All right, welcome to Shop Talks, production of InKitchen.com and Impressions here. Impressions, by the way, has a free happy hour a block away after this. I recommend that. The price is right, free. I'm Rick Roth from the InKitchen, and then we have sponsors, Impressions, Alpha Broder, Los Angeles Apparel, SPSI, Lynn 7, Stalls, and Transfer Express. I want to thank them for making this possible. And I have with me LaTonna Roberson, the lady print boss, and we're going to talk about working from the outside in instead of the inside out. You want to say what you mean by that, and then get into some advice therein.
Okay, so working your business from the outside in basically means getting outside of your print shop, outside of the things that you normally do within your business, so that you're able to get out there, market to customers, and be able to grow your business. A lot of the shops that I train, their main problem is that they get stuck in print mode. And what I mean by print mode is you've got all of the equipment, you've learned how to print, and now you're just in the shop and you're just printing and printing and printing. And you get stuck. And you just deal with the regular, average, everyday customers that are coming into your business. And you never figure out how to get that right customer. You don't figure out how to market. So that's what we're going to work on today.
After you print for your friends and family, that doesn't go that far, right?
Right.
You got to have a really big family.
Exactly. So after we've figured out what we need to do to get outside of our business, we're going to talk about some ways that we can get outside of the business. But first, I want to talk to you guys about 3 problems that you're going to need to solve in your business before you can actually get outside of your business. 82% of small businesses that fail. Why? Because of lack of cash flow. They fail because they don't have any money. They either fail because of lack of cash flow, or they fail because they're too cheap to invest in their business, and that's just the truth of it. But the one thing that I love about decorated apparel is that you don't need much cash flow. This is a business that you could just jump into without any money. Your clients can prepay for their products, and they pay for the invoice first, and then you use that money to go out and get the things that you need to do to get the job done. Now, you got to be careful with that, okay? You got to make sure you don't mess up, or you're going to have to refund that money. But you really don't need a lot of investment to get started with the decorated apparel business. So you don't have to worry about this much, about the cash flow. And you can also outsource if you don't have the equipment that you need for a job. I'm talking about taking orders of 1,000 pieces that you can take, and you may be at home, you may have a Cricut, you may have a Silhouette, you may have a manual press, and you cannot physically get that job done. You can outsource that job. So, don't ever let equipment hold you back and make you think that you can't boss up because you don't have the equipment that you need to boss up. Another reason that businesses fail, small businesses, is because they do not know how to market their products or services, and they do not know where to find those customers or the product or service that they're marketing. There's really no need for it, right? So that's what we're gonna mainly talk about today. 23% of small businesses said that they failed because they did not have the right team, or they did not have any team, okay? Your team is your support system. My team is my husband, Ken, my couple of girlfriends, and I got a couple of printers. But you may not have a team, and that's okay. Because if you don't have a team, then guess what you do?
Do it all yourself.
You do it yourself, but you need help because you can't do everything yourself. So you automate as much of your process as you can. You have to automate as much of your process as you can. And the way that you automate that is through apps, and a lot of these apps are on your phone, okay? So there are ways for you to...
Your phone doesn't get mad at you the way your brother-in-law does, right?
No. I mean, it takes you time to set this stuff up, but once you set it up, automate those emails. You're going to automate your email marketing. There are a lot of things that you're going to be able to automate. So some of the reasons why you should consider stepping outside of your business, one of the reasons is to diversify in your existing business. 2 weeks ago, I did the CWI conference. Y'all know what that is? It is a technology conference, something similar to this, okay? I went in there, and this is the thing. When you figure out how to diversify and step outside of your business, you open up other doors and open up other avenues where you can make money in your existing business. So we got a phone call for live screen printing, and we went in and we did a live screen printing event. I made $8,000 for 2 days printing, okay, at the live screen printing event. This company used my services as a lead magnet for people to walk up, and everybody loves to see live screen printing. So as people were walking up, that caused people to ask questions about what they were doing. But the one thing that I took away from that, I was like a kid in a candy shop, because there were nothing there but technology businesses, and I was able to give a business card to every one of them. And I got most of them's email address.
Nice work.
Questions?
No, keep going.
Okay.
It's all good.
All right. So the other reasons you want, of course, to step outside of your business is because you want to make higher profits, right? You want to make higher profits, and you want better customers. So who in here...
What, isn't it seem like the ones that find you are not as good as the ones you go out and find?
Who wants to find better customers? Or who just wants to find customers? Right? You want to find... Oh, y'all don't want to find customers? Okay. So we all want to find customers. But here's the thing. You want to find customers that are perfect for your business, right? You don't want just any old customer. I specialize in screen printing bulk orders. I like to do 100 pieces plus, right? So I don't want people calling me who are getting one shirt. So when I'm out and I'm looking for customers, I make sure that I look for the right customer. And I'm going to tell y'all, there's a big difference between customers and clients, right? So a customer can just be someone who's shopping for a product. They have no commitment to you. They're in... They get a family reunion shirt, a few family reunion shirts, birthday shirts, maybe a little small company that's getting something, and you never hear from them, right? Because they're shopping for price. They're just shopping around. They really, have no commitment to you. But a client, honey? A client is looking for a professional service or a product. And when I say professional, that's the key word. They're looking for a professional service or a product, and they're looking for somebody who they can build a relationship with, and not just any relationship. We're talking about a long-lasting relationship, right? Because they perceive you as an expert, so you can put a higher dollar value on that, and that's how I go out here and I get these customers. Now, here's the down part. Rick probably knows a lot about this. Sometimes when you get those high-end clients, they're expecting a lot more from us.
Oh, yeah.
They're expecting a lot more from us. So you got to do a little sugarcoating, a little, you got
to fake it till you make it.
Yeah. So you've got to, you got to be there. You got to show up for those people. You got to show up. Sometimes,
big time. I mean, you got to stay up on. Actually, I was just talking to Alex, that was the art person, And I was telling him about a couple of projects. He goes, I got to stay up all night. I'll do that project.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
If you have to stay up all night, you just got to stay up all night because the end benefit is what you're looking for.
And that ain't for the 5 birthday shirts that somebody
No,
wants, right?
It's not for the 5 birthday shirts that somebody wants. So you have to really, show up when you have those clients. Now I'm going to tell y'all about Larry. Where's Larry? Larry is my perfect customer. Larry called me out of the blue. I got Larry through zip code marketing, right? I started doing zip code marketing maybe 6 or 7 months ago, and I ended up targeting Larry through zip code marketing.
Larry.
I have named my perfect customer after him because Larry called me. Larry knew exactly what he wanted. He didn't mind paying for what he wanted. He wanted it to be a rush job. It was like a next day thing, right? But there's a certain tone in a client's voice, when they're willing to pay for anything.
The sound of money, yeah.
Yeah, that sound of money. And so Larry was very, very easy to deal with. It was simple artwork. Larry came on with the money. There was no bickering. Everything went very smoothly. And at the end of the day, and I had my purse over there to show you guys what Larry sent me. 2 days later, I got a thank you card from Larry with $300 in it. I just closed a deal the other day where another Larry sent me a gift card to go to the Ritz-Carlton for my birthday. And if you know about the Ritz-Carlton, you know that it's...
Damn.
Oh, I'm gonna be styling and profiling on October 29th. Watch for the YouTube channel. But those are the kind of things that Larry will give you when you find them. So it's important for you to be able to step outside of your business to go and find Larry. But how do you find Larry?
You mentioned that the first one was a rush. I don't know. Do you find also, like we do, a lot of times getting in the door with somebody, there's some test to it. It's a hard print or it's in a rush. And it won't always be like that, but they give you some test to begin with.
Yeah, it's some type of test in it. It's going to be some type of test that they need, that they're calling you. Some companies, if you are visible out there on social media, which I'm not really that visible on like Instagram and Facebook and all of that. I'm in my groups and I'm on YouTube, but I'm not really that visible. But I'm gonna tell you what I use Instagram. I'm gonna tell y'all how I use Instagram and everything, how I slide in the DMs, but we jumping a little bit ahead. So I'm gonna back up and tell y'all this, and then we'll get up into that. But what I do is I target my customers by their zip codes. And why by zip codes? Because most people who have money live in certain zip codes, right? They live in certain zip codes. So I target customers by zip code, and you should be targeting customers by zip code too. You should be able to include certain zip codes in your Google listing. If you don't have a Google listing and you're just getting started, you want to have a Google listing. Now for me, sometimes I run from the Google listing because you get too many people calling you. But if you're just getting started or you're trying to get customers, you want to be on Google and you want to list that you provide services in those particular zip codes. And you may even consider, if you're looking for Larry may want delivery, okay? So you may even consider that free delivery, but you're charging those premium prices, so you're able to go out and pop in and deliver to Larry. And one of the reasons that you may want to do that if you're a small business is because then you build a relationship with Larry and it becomes like your family, like a friend. You talk to him, you get to know him.
Only unlike family, they give you money instead of ask for it, right?
Right. So you also want to make your business visible in zip codes that you want money from, and that could be by attending events in that zip code. Sometimes I do a little charity work, okay? I do a little charity work so that, I can get business. And also, there are certain things that are really dear to my heart, so I do things like that, and that will also get you business. Cold calls and pop-ups to businesses in certain zip codes. I know a lot of people are not a fan of cold calls. I don't really call it a cold call because I've already researched you. So what is it?
Lukewarm call.
A lukewarm call, yeah. So, if you're driving down the street and you happen to see a business and you're like, hey, I can really, I think I can really market to that business. I think I can help them out. You can pop in, but when you pop in, you got to have a plan, because if you just go in and you say, hey, I'm LaTonna, I want to know if you guys need any T-shirts, they're going to look at you like, honey, girl, get out of here, I'm busy, right? But you may walk in and you present them with a way that they can make money, especially now with COVID and all that stuff after, we're past COVID, but are we past COVID? We're just about past COVID, I think. But a lot of businesses are struggling. So if you're able to show them a way that they can make money with your products, then they're normally ready to jump on something, at least give you a shot, to
at least hear you out.
At least hear you out, and you may not get them that first time. I don't get them the first time sometimes. Sometimes I'm lucky. Sometimes I don't get them the first time, but if I don't get you the first time, I'm going to get your email, right? Y'all know why I want that email? Because it's like dating. Like you get a boyfriend, you see somebody, you get their number, a boyfriend or girlfriend, you get their number, then you can date with them, right? I can reach out to you if I got your email, if I have your social media information, I can slide up in your DM. That's where LaTonna is. I'm up in the DM. Y'all don't see me visual on Instagram and stuff, but I'm in those DMs and I'm looking for information, and I may not always get them. So, but eventually, if I really do want you, I'm going to keep after you until I break you down, or you're just going to block me because I'm a stalker at that point. So you're going to find Larry.
I'm kind of glad we didn't call this LaTonna tells you how to stalk. But go ahead, please.
Like I was saying, you can find Larry on social media. When you find these companies on social media, you want to follow them, right? You want to follow them first. You want to like their posts, share their posts, because you're trying to get them to notice you. You want to be like, who's that over there sharing my posts? You want them to notice you, right? And then after you know that you got their attention, you can hit them in a DM, right? You can hit them in a DM with a message. You see that they're having an event or something's going on, and then you can hit them with some information, or you may just grab their email off of their social media account, and you're able to market to them that way, because now they already know who you are. And so that when they see that email come through, like, oh, that's that crazy lady that's been stalking me.
I'm glad you said it instead of me.
But your goal is to get noticed. That's the whole thing. The goal is for you guys to get your businesses noticed, right? And make your business seen. There's another way you can make your business seen, right? You want to have a strong search engine presence. Google, even YouTube videos. If you make YouTube videos about your products, because I don't know if y'all know it or not, Google is the #1 search engine, but YouTube is the second one. And a lot of times when you're looking for stuff, you may find a video, and if you find a video of a product or a video of live screen printing or you printing jobs or whatever, that will get you noticed, okay? The other thing is social media pages with your business information and landing pages. Y'all know what landing pages are?
I think I found you through your social media page.
Okay.
Facebook, you had your info there.
Yeah.
I was able to get a hold of you.
Yeah. And when people find you through those social media pages, if you're selling a product, it's a good idea to have a form on there that's going to take them to your website or to a landing page with the information that they're looking for. Because not all the time do I want a person to just go to, like for me with my live screen printing events, if you find me, I do that on LinkedIn. If you find me about live screen printing events, I don't want you to go to my homepage because you're not just looking for regular t-shirts. You're looking for information on live screen printing events. So if I have set up a landing page for that, that's where it's going to take the customer. You want them to go directly where you want them to go. And then once they go there, you want to control the action that they're going to do, right? So how are you going to control that action? You're going to have some type of button there on your website when they go in there, hey, click this so that you can download something, get a quote. Those are all different ways that you can get your business.
So in other words, if your website has info on live printing, when they click on it, when it's involving live printing, they go straight to the live printing, not to your homepage.
They're going straight to that live printing, not the homepage.
Every click is you're less likely to have them do it, right?
Every click, you're less likely to have them do it. They'll get off of your page and then they won't come back. There are some ways that you can get them back through email marketing, but we'll talk about that later. But your number one goal is to get the email, right? And if you don't have a website, y'all get a website. Get a website. It's real easy to grow your email list. Have a pop-up on your website. One of the easiest things about decorated apparel is every time someone calls you, what do they ask for? A quote. So if you got a pop-up on your website, put in your information to get a quote, you just got their email. And you can add them to your email list. You got to follow up on that, though. Forms on your social media pages, QR codes on your cards, and then, of course, just ask for the email, right? Just ask for their emails.
I mean, it seems obvious, but actually, it seems like for a while everybody's just talking about Facebook, Instagram, all kinds of social media. Email's really effective. From the biggest companies to smallest, email is a very good way to do business, yes?
And you know what? Once you get it down, it doesn't cost you a dime. Especially now, Google's got something I'm going to tell y'all about on Google in just a minute. So once this customer reaches out to you, respond promptly. Promptly. I want you guys to respond promptly. That's a typo, right? But you can automate your response because a lot of times small businesses, they're busy printing, so they don't respond promptly. But you can go in and you can automate your response with different apps. It's very, very easy to do. And when they reach out to you, the first thing that I like to do is I like to qualify them or disqualify them. I put them in categories. Either you're a customer that I can deal with, you're a customer I can't deal with, or you're a customer that I need to baby, you're a client. And then I put you in a different category, and I have different little check marks on my Gmail depending on where I want to put you in, right? Provide the quote. Always give 3 options. You can also automate that if you're a small business. You can automate the majority of it with templated emails, and then you could just go in and just put in the numbers. Complete the sales transaction, and you're done. That's where most businesses just stop and they drop the ball.
Close.
They close the sale and then they drop the ball. But what you should be doing is following up on the sale, right? So when you follow up on the sale, that first email that you send out, you're going to thank them for ordering. And here's the kicker. This is where, remember I told y'all I was going to tell y'all how to make your customers work for you and how to get a team if you don't have a team of people who are out there marketing for you. This is what you're going to do. You're going to make them an offer. This can be a cash back on paid referrals, not just any referrals that are paid. We're talking about big business. We're talking about big money, right? If I give you 10% back on $1,000, you got $100. So that's a really good way. I also offer them a chance to win something. On that first email, I don't ask you for a review because it might be something going on. And if it's something going on with those shirts or something, I need to know about it. You're going to respond back to me and you're going to say, girl, those shirts was not popping. And then I got to go in and I got to fix it. So I don't ask for the review on the first one. But a few days later, I send out an automated email and I ask for a 5-star review, right? You got to ask for a 5-star review because some people will give you a 1-star review because they think that the 1-star is the top. You know, you got to think for people sometimes. Sometimes you got to think for people, y'all. So ask for a 5-star review. And then ask them to post your products on social media and tag you for a chance to win something or a chance to get something. There goes some more typos, y'all. I did this right before I came here.
I never would have guessed.
Yeah, I did this right before I came here because Ken said, you need to stop winging it. So anyways, guys, after y'all do all of this, what are you going to do? You need to be able to add that client to an email list. And you need to be able to send those clients emails monthly with content that they may be interested in. And it's not always just a sale or always a sales pitch. It could be just something that is pertaining to your business, but are pertaining to their business. So you kind of make it to where it's just like a friendly email. And video in emails work. Videos, GIFs, they work in those automated emails. You should have a different email list for different customers because your big clients they should not be receiving those same emails that you're sending out to your regular customers, right? You can have different parts of your business. So what am I trying to say, Rick? You can have different...
Can you give an example maybe of different lists you might have?
Yeah, you can have an email. You can have a basic email list that you do, that you send out to everybody for holidays and things like that. Okay. Then you can have an email list specifically for certain clients. Those clients who are maybe purchasing bulk T-shirts in high quantity. Okay. If you're doing DTF and you do, really not well.
Break them down even like you have, I don't know, if you're doing sports teams or high schools or something like that?
So if you know that this customer is into sports, you're going to send them those sports emails. You may have customers who are into embroidery. You're going to send those customers, certain emails. And follow up with those emails at different times of the year when like I just did this event, right? I got this company from the UK, by the way. Oh yeah, I'm international, baby.
You are international.
I'm testing some new stuff.
Way beyond Texas, even.
Yeah. So I just got 2 clients, one from the UK and one in Australia. I'm not going to tell y'all about that now, how I marketed to them, but I put a post up on Facebook maybe about a month ago, and I said I needed to branch out.
That's going way outside.
Oh yeah. Sometimes you got to go outside to get it. You got to go outside of the box. You got to go way outside the box. I went way outside the box, and I went out on a limb, but it worked for me. It hit hard, right? And so when it hits hard, it hits hard. You want to make sure that you are asking your customers to refer you to other people, right? Because referral is really big, especially if you have, big clients. Even the small ones, you want to get a referral. And remember always to say no, right? Guys, you want to be able to create email ad campaigns, right? And you're going to create email ad campaigns through different avenues. In case you don't know, Google dropped, I think it was last month. Do you know Google has templated ad campaigns now for free?
I read it right there. That's the first I knew.
Yeah.
So basically up to 2,500 they won't mark it as spam?
Not anymore.
Wow.
Not anymore.
And what do you got to pay for that?
Nothing.
I like that.
Now you do get some perks if you have the Google Workspace. If you have Google Workspace, you get more perks than the regular Google. Than the regular Gmail. But Gmail has it. Look right there at the very bottom of your Gmail and you will see templates. Go in there, switch it up. You can switch it up, make your colors, make it look all cute, make it pop, pop your products in, and you're done. Now, the only thing with that is that they have not taking it to the next level with advanced features. If you want something like advanced features, use Gmail Mass, apps like Klaviyo, Constant Contact. But Gmail Mass is an app that runs you about $25 a month, I believe. And what it allows me to do is to see when you open that email, if you clicked on the button I wanted you to click on, what type of computer you were on when you opened it up. Because it makes a difference where you're on a PC or where you're on a Mac, you know? So where were you at when you opened it up? What region were you in? So that you kind of get an idea of, where your customers are from, where they're looking at you. And that's really about it, y'all. We're going to take maybe a question or two.
We're going to take a question
Any questions?
or two. All right, any questions out there?
Oh, and by the way, if you click that link right there, I'll put this presentation up on the website for you where you can download it. I'm LaTonna, Lady Print Boss, and y'all have been bossed up. Yes, sir.
Okay, so you mentioned going outside of your business. What is your business's specifically, your value proposition, and how do you relay that to Larry?
Okay, say that again.
The question is, I'll repeat it, is basically when you do go outside and you meet that potential Larry guy, how do you present your value proposition? Why is Larry going to use you, I guess?
Well, normally when I find Larry, I already know everything about Larry. And I know exactly what Larry needs, and I know what I can do for him. And so I put together a presentation of what I can do for him. Normally, when I find Larry, I end up making Larry reach back out and find me. You know what I'm saying? So I send Larry some different presentations. Or normally, Larry, when I'm getting them by zip code, I'm marketing to them, and they end up reaching out to me. And then when people reach out to me, what I do is when I give them a quote for whatever it is that they're asking me for, I give them a quote for what they think they want, right? What I want to give them, and something in between, because I always want to give you the cream of the crop. So I always, if you call me and you just need, like a one color design, sometimes it's just events and, you can't upsell the job, but about 80% of the time, you really can upsell that job. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Don't be afraid to pick up that phone and talk to people, and just talk to people regular, and I think that's my gift, is that when you call me, honey, I'm like, hey Larry, it's LaTonna, what's up? So I just talk to them just straight up and do what you say that you're going to do. People will look for you on social media. Like now, I don't have a lot of people that challenge me because I'm all over Google. I ain't all over social media, but honey, you can find me on the Google any time of the day. Okay, so, you want to make sure that they already know and already respect you as the authority. And there are some things that you can do at the bottom of your emails to kind of let people know who you are and create different things, different plans and stuff there.
So it's funny you say that. So I'm just thinking about a client. We just got a great client. My wife Pam is here, and we do online stores called Doing Good Merch. And we had a client, that there was they knew we did a store for somebody else, a nonprofit. So they asked us, and we're like, whoa. This company has 1.1 billion views of their videos. We're like, this is worth. Depends how big this Larry is, right? How big?
Yeah.
No, how big Larry's wallet is.
Yeah.
So in this case, this is a huge client. We went overboard. So we did a full presentation, and we also made a store, what it would look like. We didn't hear from them for a long time, but a year later they came back, and this gets to your second part. They checked us out on Google and the references we had given us, and checked all that out. And they said, you check out great, we're ready to go.
Right.
So, it was worth putting that effort in. We didn't know if it would work, but, the payoff was so large that it was worth really presenting ourselves fully.
Yeah.
And then, the back end you can't change, but your reputation, which now is what people Google, that's what it is, also has to be in line, you know?
And sometimes,
Just as you said, really.
sometimes I even have to, just depending on how big the client is and what I think that I'm going to get out of it, I may end up doing a full color t-shirt as a sample, right? We know that we're supposed to charge for that, but sometimes, just depending on how big it is, I'm going to get that money, so I will go that extra mile to, to do what it is that I need to do to get that client. But if I want you, and, it's all about whether you want that client, if you're able to provide the product that they need. And you don't have to take every client. You say no. I say no probably 9 times. And out of 10 times, I probably say no 9 times, right? Because I'm looking for that particular client. By the way, I am still in my business and I'm still running T-Shirt Shop Dallas, but I do all of my work from home now, 90% of the time, and I work 2 days a week. I have a Monday thing that I do, where Monday is the day that I say, this is how much money I want to make today. And I go out and I get it. And I think that that's something that a lot of small businesses don't do. If you want a $10,000 Monday, you say on Sunday night, honey, let me get my hair done and let me get everything together, because on Monday, I'm finna get out there and I get it. Set your goals high so that you can get, if it's 50,000, wherever you are, if it's $500 that you need to make, you got to find that time to get outside of your business. And if you don't, you want to have a team, but if you don't have a team, like I said, automate everything that you can. And I got a class on automation, y'all. So make sure you scan that QR code.
Other questions? All right.
Okay.
Well, LaTonna's going to stick around for a minute. If you want to talk to her, you're too shy to ask publicly, yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
And I'll be here tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
We're going to talk
I'll be
about...
here tomorrow.
Yeah.
What are we talking about tomorrow?
Tomorrow we are talking about like how you consider what you're printing,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So y'all make sure y'all come out if you're able
All right.
to come out tomorrow.
And I want to thank the sponsors, Impressions and Los Angeles Apparel, Alpha Broder. Check out inkitchen.com. We have all these videos will be online. You can look at your video from last year. This one will be up in the next couple of months. And check that out. And there is a happy hour free about a block away. The address is on that sign that y'all are invited to.
Is there liquor?
What? There's
Is
beer.
there liquor? Oh,
Yeah.
there's beer?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Actually, beer and wine, actually, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, the
First come,
ladies
first
want
serve.
wine. Okay.
So elbow your partner next to you and get over there. All right. Hey, thanks for coming. How about a hand
Thank
for
you.
LaTonna, please?
Thank you for having me.